Hi, so we're going to learn about Git. Git is a version control system, and if you're worried about all these commands, then I'm going to simplify all these things in this video. Before that, for that you need to install Git in your system. Git is a tool basically, so just go to this website and download the package. If not, try this command in your command terminal. So as I'm using MacBook this time, so I'm going to write this command in my terminal and press enter. As I've already done, I will just check the version where to confirm whether it is installed or not. So just type in git double dash version and I get the version name. So here it is 2.25.0. Now the thing is, you need to configure your git tool as you are going to use git in the development section. I mean, you're going to add some new features to your code and you have to mention who has done it. I mean, the world should know who has the contributor to this project. So in order to do that, just type in git config double dash global user dot name and type in your name. Okay, any username is valid, whatever you want to do. So in my case, I have written Pani Dadu. Now the same goes with the email address also. So type in git config double dash global user dot email and your email address. As I've already installed the Git and I have already configured my system, I mean configure my Git tool, I don't want to change any of these things. But to know the configuration of my Git tool, I must type git config double dash list. So this will enlist all the credentials that Git tool has. Like it will mention the user mail address, the user name. Okay, so this way you configure your Git tool. So we're going to learn about the workflow of Git. These are divided into different stages: the working directory, the staging area, the commit stage, which is locally applicable, and the third is and the last is remote stage. We'll talk about it later. So there are various methods that usually helps in moving to these different stages: git add, git commit, git push. These are all the methods. We're going to see how it works actually, practical way. So here I am using VS Code for this purpose as it provides optional terminal. Now move to the path where your file exists. In case I'm here at git tutorial. Now I'm going to initialize git by typing git init. Now here the git will track all the changes that I'm going to make, or it will keep track of the record. Now let's start our development in this sense. We're going to type some random text here for the sake of understanding. Okay, so not exactly development, but yes. So we have written some text here. Now we need to save this on the editor, and now we're going to add to git tool. So by typing git add and the file name, or just put dot, which means it will add all the files which exist in this folder. So I have only one file here, so I'm going to add file name or get git add dot, which works fine here. Now we're going to save these changes by typing git commit dash m. Dash m refer to the message. Now we are going to make some few more changes to our file, okay, by typing some random text again. So these are the text, and now we're going to add these changes by typing git add file name or git add dot. These two work fine because I have only single file in this folder. Now we're going to commit by typing git commit dash m. Dash m refers to the message you want to convey to the developer that what changes actually you have done to this file. Okay, so just typing this, and finally we're going to check out the commits that we have done so far. By typing git log, it will display all the commits to our file. Okay, so these are the unique ID. When we are when we commit something, the git tools generate a unique ID. By this in the yellow color you can see. Okay, and the top one is the master, means the top node of this git changes is the master. Now if you want to go back in time, like what are the changes that you have done in the initial commit, you can do it by this generated unique ID by get tool. Okay, so in order to go back in time, just type in git checkout and the unique ID provided by the git tool. So in this case, we're going to copy the unique ID and paste it on our terminal. Okay, press enter and you will move to the initial stage. Just see the changes in the text editor, just like we have made that we have in our first commit. Now I like to see the log. What are the commits that we have done in this stage? Okay, so how are we going to find it? Just type in the same command git log. It will display all the commits. So initially I have only single commit at that time. So it will display the single commit. Okay. So this is how you go back in time. Now if you want to come to the main development, what is the present time, just type in git checkout master. Actually the master refers to uh, the present moment of the staging. Okay, so typing git checkout master will take you to the final outcome. Actually the master refer to the head node of git. So here when you check out git log, it will display all the commits that you have done so far in this for this file. Okay, this figure will help you understand the commit and the branching system of git tool. Like all the dot represent the commits and the other branches refer to the works of other. So center one is the branch which is called as master, and other branches refers to specific names. So here we going to see how actually branching works. Okay, now let us find out how many branches we have in this workflow. By typing git branch hyphen a will display all the branches that we have. As of now we have only master branch. Now let's create a new branch by typing git branch and the name of that branch. In this case, I have written user A. Now I'll shift my position to the branch by typing git checkout and the branch name, that is user A here. Now there's a thing to understand, like we have moved to the new branch, that is user A. Now we'll find out how many branches do we have for this workflow. There are two branches, and the star refers to the current branch which where I am currently now. As for I am currently in a user A branch, so whatever the changes that I am going to made here will going to reflect in that branch only, not on the master branch. And now I'm going to add few more lines for this branch. Okay, I'll make some changes to this file under this branch. I'm going to add these changes to the git, and finally I'm going to check out the changes. I'm going to commit the changes. Okay, I've written the message for this change, and now I'm going to see what are the branches we have. So I'm in a currently user A branch. As I move to the master branch by typing git checkout master, I have gone back in time. Now similarly, if I want to come to the branch A, user A, I'll type just git checkout user A, and it will, the original content will reflect it in my text editor. Okay, so this is how the branching works actually. Now let us understand the branching method more perfectly by creating another branch, that is in this case user B. Okay, I'm going to move to the user B branch, user B. Okay, now I'm in a user B branch. I will make some more changes to this file, and I'm going to, same thing will going to happen again. I'll type some random text here, and I'm going to add this file, and I'm going to commit the changes under this branch user B. All right, now as you want to see the log, actually what are the commits that we have made so far in this workflow, we can see that by typing git log, and it will display all the commits that we have done by the name of the branch itself. Like see, we have user A branch, we have master branch, we have user B branch also. So all the logs that we have is reflected by this command, which is git log. And now I hope you have understand the concept of branching. So you can move to any branch and see the changes that you have done in that branch. So in case if you want to go back in time in master branch, you can type in git checkout master, and you see the changes in the text editor, right? So this is the concept of branching, and now we are going to learn about how to delete a branch. Just type in git branch hyphen d and the name of the branch. In this case, user B is the branch name. I want to delete it. Okay, so when I do that, it is says error, which means user B is not fully merged and it cannot be deleted, which means actually user B is not merged to the master branch, so it causes error. But if you want it, now if you want to delete it forcefully, there is a given hint like git branch, it is capital D as of now. So type in git branch capital D user A, and it will user B, whatever the branch name, so it will delete that branch. Now let's check out how many branch we have. Git branch hyphen A will reflect the display the number of branches. So we have user A and user A and master. Now as we are in master branches, the star signifies, let's move to the user A. Remove to the user A branch, see the changes in the file. Now let us understand the few concepts like merging and deleting. To do that, I'm going to create a new branch, that is user C in this case. Okay, and I'm going to check out to the user C. So that means I'm currently in a user C branch, and I'm going to make some changes to this file under the user C branch. Okay, so whatever the changes that I'm going to make is on branch C. I'm going to do the same thing, git add dot git commit and the message that user C has contributed to this project. Now in order to merge this branch, I'm going to first check out to the master branch. I want to merge branch C to the master, so type in git merge and the name of the branch, which is user C in this case. When I type, I will see the changes in the master branch. See the changes in the editor. When I put the log, so here you see the master and the user C is on the same log file. Now the user C is completely merged to the master branch, so we can delete this branch without getting any error. So type in git branch -d user C. So it will delete that branch without giving any error. Now all the change has been made to the master branch. So when you type git log, you see the head is now pointing to the master, and all the commit that we have done in user C and the user C branch is reflected as it is. But the branch has merged to the master, so this is it.